Hey everyone, and yeah, today we're starting a brand new series that a lot of you have been hinting at in the comments for a long time, because I kept seeing messages like, check the mods from the store, are they even worth the coins? Which mod is actually good for its price? And I realized this really deserves its own format, so from now on we're officially starting regular reviews and tests of the most popular mods straight from the store section. No fancy editing, no tricks, just honest checking right inside the game. And today we're starting with the cheapest segment possible, because that's where you either find hidden gems or total scams. And in this episode we're going to check 5 of the most popular mods that cost up to 100 Melon coins, starting from the absolute cheapest and slowly increasing the price, and the most expensive and interesting one will be at the very end, so make sure you watch till the end because that's where things get really interesting. Alright, let's go! So the first mod is the cheapest popular mod in our favorite game, and just by the name you can already guess the reference. It's called Withered Freddy by the player Mariette, and it costs only 30 Melon coins, which instantly raises the question, can something for 30 coins actually be good, or is it just junk? So let's read the description. It says this is Freddy from FNAF2, that it's cheap, has a good hitbox, and is bigger than a melon. That sounds almost too good for this price, so let's test it on the map. And the first thing I really want to check is the size, so I place a regular melon next to it, and yeah, the author didn't lie, it's actually much bigger. It really feels like almost twice the size, which already makes it feel more noticeable in the world. Then we move to the most confusing part of the description, the good hitbox. So instead of overthinking it, I just start shooting and testing collisions. And surprisingly, everything works fine. Shots register correctly, nothing breaks, the model doesn't glitch out, and for 30 coins, this is honestly impressive because you usually expect something broken at this price. So for what it costs, this mod is actually really solid. I'd give it a 5 out of 5 for its price segment, and I'm curious what rating you would give it moving on. The second mod costs a bit more, 50 Melon coins, and it's called Chainsaw Suit by the player Kuksoi. And from the description, it's clearly a costume mod. It talks about anime cosplay, high quality textures, a full body suit, and that it can be used with any living NPC, which already sounds ambitious. So we test it right away. First thing I do is try putting it on different NPCs. And yes, it actually works without issues, which is already a big plus because a lot of similar mods break at this point. Then I zoom in to check the textures, and they honestly look really clean, not blurry, not rushed. You can tell the author put effort into it. The size also feels right, not too big and not too small, and overall for 50 coins, this is a very high quality mod, especially if you're a fan of this anime, so I'd confidently give it a 5 out of 5, and again, let me know how you would rate it. The third mod costs 60 coins and is called Freddy Torture Device by the player Juanito, and just by the name you can tell it's gonna be weird. The description is super short and just says it works and hopes we enjoy it, so I activate it, and yeah, it actually works, and the mechanism itself is pretty interesting. You can see it's not just a static object, but I immediately started wondering why Freddy is even in the name, because visually it feels like it could be from a completely different game or idea. So if you know what this is referencing, definitely write it down, because that's actually interesting. But being honest, this mod has a big downside. You can't swap NPCs, so once you've seen how it works, there isn't much replay value. So while the idea is cool and the execution is fine, because it's kind of a one-time thing, I'd rate it 3.5 out of 5. Next up is the fourth mod, and this one already hits the maximum price for today, 100 Melon coins. It's called Spring Bonnie Head version 1 by the player Leon, and for 100 coins, expectations are obviously higher. The description promises good quality and high detail, and also hints that the full suit will be sold separately, which already raises questions, but let's see it in game. And honestly, when I spawned it, my first reaction was, wow, because the quality really is there. The detailing is clean, it looks polished and well made, and it immediately makes you wonder how the full suit would look. So if you'd want to see the full costume in a future video, let me know. But judging only this mod, I'd give it a 3 out of 5 because the quality is good, but the price for just one piece feels a bit high. And finally, we've reached the last and most interesting mod of today. It also costs 100 coins, but the feeling is completely different. This one is called Lancer Mech Arena by the player Pan Tostado, and in the description, the author basically begs people to buy it, says it's his favorite robot, mentions there might be glitches, and that it took him a day and a half to make it. And honestly, sometimes descriptions like this hide something really cool, so I spawn it in. and the first thing that stands out is how stable it is. No matter how I throw it, it lands perfectly on its feet. It feels heavy, solid, like an actual mech. Yeah, the controls aren't super obvious, and I didn't fully figure them out, but even just as an object, this robot looks impressive. The model is complex, durable, nothing breaks apart, and just for the fact that the author managed to pull this off, I'd give it a solid 5 out of 5. And that brings us to the end of the first part of this new series, and the main thing that's already clear is that even in the cheap section of the store, there are mods that feel way more expensive than they actually are. And this is just the beginning, because from here the prices will only go up, and with them the complexity and weirdness of the mods. And if I see activity under this video, I'll immediately upload the next part, and step by step we'll eventually reach the most expensive mod in the entire game, where something truly crazy might be hiding. So this is far from over. See you very soon. Hey, wait, you're still here? That means you really watched this video till the very end, and honestly, that's exactly why I decided to leave something special just for this moment, because this mod feels like it was made specifically for those who don't click away early. So right now I'm showing you a bonus mod that wasn't part of the main list, but personally impressed me a lot, and it's called God Killer by the player David Jim. It also costs 100 Melon coins, and even the name already sounds dangerous, but the description goes even further. It says this is the most powerful battle machine, that no one can stop him, that he has an individual skeleton and is equipped with special sounds, which honestly sounds almost too overconfident. So of course we have to test it properly. I spawn him in, and wow, the first thing that hits you is the design. He looks intimidating. The black and red color scheme works perfectly together. The sharp elements, the spikes on his arms, everything about his silhouette makes him feel aggressive and powerful, like he's not just another robot, but something way more serious. And at this point, I'm already thinking, okay, looks are one thing, but does he actually do anything, or is this just visual hype? So let's test the shooting, because if this part is fake, the whole mod falls apart. And then, whoa, okay, this actually works. He really shoots, and it doesn't feel buggy or broken. It feels intentional. The sounds add a lot to the atmosphere, and the whole mod just feels complete, like the author knew exactly what he wanted to make. And honestly, I didn't expect to like this one that much, but after testing it, I can confidently say this is one of those mods that actually deserves its price. So without overthinking it, I'm giving God Killer a solid 5 out of 5, and if you made it this far, you definitely deserve to see this one.